Okay, so welcome to the Squeaky Pedal Sim Racing channel. Going to be doing something a little bit different today. Um, Thanks to our good friend Neben5 here. I'm not actually friends with him, but I highly recommend checking out his channel. He has a lot of great information on just how to run iRacing the way that it's intended to be run, and also oval racing in general. I've learned a ton from him. But since he's been around in the community for a while, he sometimes will drop these info dumps on us. He's very plugged into what's going on in the iRacing world, so just wanted to give him a shout out. I'm going to be reading the forum post that he's linked in his latest community post here that details apparently a lot of new content that's dropping coming out this week, 2024, even possibly rain before 2024. You can see he's screenshotted the post. It's kind of a long one, from the iRacing staff. So what we're going to do is head on over to the post itself, and we're going to read it together. It is rare that I am actually at my PC when something like this drops, so I'm going to take the opportunity to read it and share it with you guys. So let's see what's coming to iRacing. From Tony Gardner, iRacing development update on a few things. Good day. We know members are always curious about enhancements to iRacing. As usual, we have dozens of projects and improvements in the works, ranging in size and complexity. These efforts to improve involve continuous investment in our product and our teams. Over the past year plus, a significant focus has been placed on increasing the size of our team and hiring talented and experienced new developers. Our teams have been reinforced with new artists, programmers, creative talent, production staff, and managers. For example, one high-level engineer just joined us with years of experience working on both the consumer and pro version of a different sim. One of our top creative hires has experience spanning decades across sims of multiple racing disciplines ranging from rally to oval. Several of these new hires come from Slightly Mad Studios, a former fellow sim development studio, and they worked on Project Cars and other racing titles. We have also always had we always have had a lot of respect for these racing studios and teams and are excited to bring their experience, expertise, and fresh ideas to racing. I wanted to specifically talk briefly about the driving racing in the sim. Good. After all, that is the main reason you are all here. We know there has been plenty of feedback and some frustration, specifically in regard to dirt and oval racing. Oh boy. We just want to let you know that feedback has not been ignored. We are working on making the driving better and more realistic. To improve, we do know that we have to look critically at ourselves, and I can assure you we do that. All right, this is big for Squeaky Pedal, because I know that we've got some dirt lovers on the team that are not super happy with how the dirt behaves. Personally, I've never had a problem with the asphalt oval racing or tire model, but it's really good that they're going to spend some more time on the dirt side. Here we go. In regards to dirt oval racing, we have a team with varying skill sets doing a full review and full refresh. The dynamic track surface, tires, physics, dirt, water, etc. is complicated and a time-consuming endeavor to improve the racing, but we are making progress. Among other things, we are making adjustments to the tires. We are making improvements to the dirt track composition and surface itself, which is critical. The engineers have also provided more car tuning tools to the vehicle dynamics engineers, production, people, and testers. The outcome we are seeing is that the cars feel more connected to the track than in the past, which is something we have struggled with on dirt. We are seeing a bigger separation from a tacky, aka fresh racetrack, to a slick, aka worn out racetrack that should lead to more realistic race lines. Overall, the cars are just much more realistic, fun, and enjoyable to drive. I'm not trying to hype any of this, I'm just trying to provide an update. We do many things well already, so this is not a complete overhaul. I think you will find it is just a very nice improvement, and hopefully you will agree it is more fun and realistic. As far as timing on a release to you, our members, I think there is an outside chance for the March build, but a more realistic target is June. And that's great. And that'll coincide with the dirt racing season as well. So that's all really good stuff, because I think with the chunk of the iRacing users that are hardcore dirt oval users being relatively small, they could easily ignore this and it would piss people off, but they would be able to spend more time on stuff that gets used more. But they're going to rework the dirt, sounds like, and hopefully that'll encourage more users to switch on over from the road side to the dirt. So that's great news. Continuing on, sorry for the editorialization. We are essentially doing the same thing for pavement oval as above. A dedicated team is taking a fresh look, but we are not as far along as we are with dirt oval. We certainly still have the goal to release improvements this year for oval racing. Additionally, we think some of the improvements we are making for dirt oval racing will translate to dirt road racing, and we hope to get to that as well. Like I said, I think the oval tires are fine. That's kind of their bread and butter, but if they want to take another look at it, that's fine as well. As far as road racing and racing in general, as most of you know, a massive project has been underway to add rain and a whole new dynamic weather system to iRacing. We are very excited about how it is all coming together. The plan for that is also to release it this year, and we are really pushing to do that. However, I will get yelled at if I promise anything. It is such a big project. If it was done to our expectations, we would have already released it. So we still have some work to do. I see. It's not in a good state for them to release it right now, it sounds like. Okay? Copy that. I'd rather wait longer and have it be working properly. The tires themselves are also being worked on constantly, which will improve all forms of racing. Of course, rain had created a tremendous amount of new tire and track surface work, or as our engineers call the rain tire work in their technical design document, tires on a film of fluid. Okay. We're going to get a little technical here, and I'm borrowing some details from Dave Kamer's various technical tire documents and designs. The tire model is a collection of dozens of models, properties, data, and recipes, rubber, etc., that all work together. Our tire model is the most sophisticated and in-depth model in the industry, but back to being self-critical, it can and will be better. Most of the submodels within the overall model work amazingly well. However, a few of these submodels could be better, and you feel those issues at times when you drive. Improving those last pieces of the model will make a difference in the feel and the behavior of the tires. Just for example, we think we do the following quite well. Modeling of forces and tire deflections from stopped to high speed for car tires, carcass foundational stiffnesses from construction parameters, slip curves from tread rubber properties, including dynamically as temps and speeds change, transient thermal modeling near and at tire surface and effective temperature on grip, relaxation modulus from basic rubber recipe and given conditioning level, model for grip including track thermal properties, some examples of Okay, that's the end of the list. Thanks for hanging with me, guys. Some examples of submodels within the tire model that we want to improve include improvements to the contact patch model, rolling drag, speed of tread conditioning, heat buildup, and temperature gradient through the tread, camber modeling. Okay, so this is a classic developer paragraph here. Lots of jargon that 95% of the audience is not going to understand, but it's supposed to make you feel confident that they're actually doing a good model and not just turning the grip slider from 100 down to 60%. This is just supposed to, I think we can ignore the details and just know that they're actually trying to simulate the water or the film of fluid with their tires. So moving on again, a major project over 2022 in regards to tires was developing a finite element model, FEM, specific to vehicle racing tires. The intention of this separate model was to build a tool to accurately simulate the behavior of tires under different operating conditions, especially to analyze the loads and forces/moments occurring in the contact patch. With this tool available, we should be able to extend and improve iRacing's current tire model to respond more accurately to these loads, forces, and moments. It's a nice, pretty picture. All right. This gets extremely technical, way beyond what we are touching on here. I'm just trying to give you a rough idea of what we are working on, but regardless, it has taken too long for our liking. To reiterate, we just wanted you to know we are working on the items that are causing some frustration to members, and we are not yet satisfied with what we have today either. Beyond our numerous sim R&D projects and improvements, we are as focused as ever on expanding our racetrack and race car offerings. The iRacing service and community are global in scale and cater to a wide variety of racing fans and racing niches. Recent efforts to expand our reach in Europe, Asia, and Australasia have been very successful, with numerous tracks being licensed, scanned, and worked on by our teams. All right, this is kind of what I'm interested in, new tracks. While our list is extensive and development efforts will span many seasons of development, some notable upcoming projects include Algarve, Aragon, Jerez, Misano, Pukekohe, and Ledinon. We have actually signed several other great international tracks beyond these, but that is enough to tease for today. Yeah, that's plenty. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new tracks. We are also returning to an iRacing favorite that has become outdated, Zandvoort. Awesome. Zandvoort was scanned last week and it will be going straight into our production process. Locally, our US-based team is on their way to California to capture data on a dirt oval and paved short oval, and our collaborative projects with NASCAR continue to expand and evolve as we are working on additional track-related R&D projects and updates. If you have any thoughts on what dirt and paved short ovals they might be scanning in California, be curious to hear in the comments if you have any thoughts on what tracks they might be scanning. All right, getting close, guys. We look forward to focusing on other aspects of iRacing that we are improving and providing more information at a later time. I'm sure many of you find it interesting to learn more about what we are working on. Although we also know that it can be frustrating to learn about development and then have to wait years in some cases for the improvement. Ideally, we are just showing you steady progress with our quarterly releases. Thanks for being members. Okay, thought that was a great post. This, I guess, maybe this is Circuit Algarve or Circuit de Jerez, the one that they said is coming next. So, unless this is Zandvoort. Wait, is this Zandvoort? Let me see here. Turn 1, and here's the hairpin. Yeah. I think this is actually rescanned Zandvoort, so that's cool. So, that's it. I won't delay this much longer. Thank you for sitting through that long post. I think generally it's good to have some transparency and communication from the dev staff. It sounds like they've got a lot in the works. The biggest surprise for me was the dirt oval stuff. That's awesome. And I mean, on one hand, it's not a surprise because they released their console game with the, World of Outlaws dirt racing game. So I'm not surprised that they're willing to devote a little bit more time to dirt and try to maybe get some of those more casual console players to come start an iRacing account and race dirt oval. But not only that, there's quite a lot of interest from people that don't see a lot of oval racing, in oval racing and in dirt oval racing. I think that road racers would benefit a lot from learning how to drive a dirt oval car. It teaches a lot about throttle discipline and car control. So this is all good stuff. And 6 new tracks. I don't want to give iRacing more money, but new tracks to race on is always a good thing. So, all right. Let me know if you think that they missed anything, if you're happy with how everything's looking. Thanks for joining me. Thanks to Nebon5 for posting the info as well. Take care.